Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 2 in the wonderful world of the post-apocalypse. 7 days to die, and as you can see, the moon's going down. We've got 15 seconds before it's the cock crows, as it were, and we will be ready for our day. My name is James, and welcome to, like I say, day 2 of 7 days to die. Now, overnight, I got a few things done. I had a lot of time. The nights are very long in this game when you play at 2 hour days, which I'm doing in order to record enough footage, enough gameplay. So it was a very long night. I got bored and did some renovations. So let me show you what I've done with the place. As you can see, I tidied up out here. I've put in a little fence, and this can be a perfect plot to get a little seed farm started, grow some crops. Now, I did notice yesterday, I completely forgot when we started in the desert biome that there is corn there. So I might have to go back and pick some of that corn to get some seeds for that and get a nice couple of rows of corn going. But in the meantime, I have a more pressing problem. Last night, I drank the water that I found over in the shop, store, whatever that is, over there. As you can see, I've cleaned the place up, put in some nice windows, made it all shored up with lovely wood, and I think the place is looking pretty nice. So this is a very good start at home. But as I said, my pressing problem is that despite there we go. That is the crowing of the morning dawn. I had to drink some of that murky water, and if you look in the bottom left hand side, you can see I've got myself a little dose of the dysentery. So I really need a cooking pot so I can brew up some goldenrod tea and boil water, because I need to get rid of this dysentery. And the plan is, get out of this door. My first task for the morning is, this is a diner over here. So I reckon if I can't find a cooking pot in there, I'm going to struggle to find one anywhere. So we are headed for that. I've shored up on a few arrows. I've got as many as I can. It's still a bit dark, but needs must. So we're going to head for the cafe and see if we can't find ourselves some useful items. Now, he hasn't noticed me, so I might just ignore him. Yeah, let's ignore him. But let's get in here before anything untoward and disgusting happens in Miguel's trousers. And we're in. Oh, these stone axes really take the time. Okay, now, we'll search everything, but come on, I need a cooking pot. Oh, there we go. We have scored big. We've been getting quite lucky so far in this playthrough. So let's just put this up here because it's still quite dingy. And get to work. First thing we need to do is put this cooking pot in to the fire, or above the fire though, whatever it is. Now we can boil this water. So we'll have 6 of those, please, because I'm very thirsty. Now we need to collect a little more water, so while that's boiling, we've got plenty of jars now. So we'll run down and collect more of them, because I need to make some goldenrod tea, which will help with the dysentery. So yes, I actually had a lot of fun doing day 1. Like I said, it was my very first video, and it was way more fun than I thought it would be. So I hope if anybody watched it and are back here again today, that you continue to watch, because I'm loving it, and I'm hoping we can go a long way here. Excuse me again. And see some sights and show you just exactly how much fun this game can be. I hope we'll have a laugh along the way. If anybody has any comments, suggestions, hints, anything, just wants to chat about the game or anything like that, just please leave a like. Not a like, leave a comment. See, that's from watching YouTube videos so much. Everybody goes, please leave a like and leave a comment. I don't do that, but I would like comments for sure. See what you think and how I can possibly improve. Or I know that my microphone and my video capture quality aren't the greatest right now, but they get the job done. You can hear me and you can see what's going on. Hopefully it's not too painful. And yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that you're here. And let's get this day started. We'll be scavenging the rest of these buildings and picking up whatever we can. Let's make that tea before I go anywhere. And hopefully that will be us back to normality. I got a bit desperate at night. I was running low on food and water. I really didn't want to drink that, but I got there in the end. Like I say, this should save me from soiling myself anytime soon. There we go, and our dysentery is gone. That's absolutely brilliant. Get that sucker in the tool belt. There we go. Always remember to close your doors. Never leave your doors open during the zombie apocalypse. Although I'm sure that I know people who would. In my own life, I guarantee you, I know people who would leave the goddamn doors open during a zombie apocalypse. Right, so we'll search every little piece of trash, no matter how insignificant it seems, because you sometimes get incredible finds. You never know what you're going to find. Nothing much there. Search this trash, and we'll have to check the back room. That's so we want to get over here. I see a bookshelf, and I believe there's a safe in there. Now, a safe is going to take forever to break into with these tools, so we might just leave it for the moment. Now we'll be able to get leather from these chairs, but I don't want to break them up because I don't have a wrench. I get more out of them with a wrench, so we'll see. I might need to, but I will also leave them. Come on, bookcase. It is empty. Right, so this place is a bit of a washout. Let's get that torch back on. Now there's a house to the left here. I think we're going to check that next. Oh, I hate these twitchy looking guys. They come at you really fast and they just look horrible. I've been doing pretty good with this bow this last wee while. Oh, and there we take that. Oh, that reminds me. Well, I remember we also leveled up a couple of times and got some skill points. Why did that go onto the map? Skills, please. Yeah, we've got 25 skill points. Now, I think the first 20 I must spend on Survivor, which slows my metabolism, so I don't need to eat as much, because right now that's vital, as well as Camel, which is Thirst. So that's those 20 points gone. Now, I'm not going to use those other 5, because most of the things we want take 10 points, and the rest of these, the 1 pointers, they go up naturally, as you can see, just by doing them. So we'll leave them alone just now, but that should slow down our endless desire for food and water. So that's something. Now let's smash our way in here. Now what I also like to do, and I'm going to do it now while I remember, is if I have cleared the building, because it can get confusing, go onto the map, go to save waypoint, and I just like to put a little cross on there indicating that that building is now looted. Right, maybe we can find some nice clothes, because I'm not feeling the itchy plant fibre hemp stuff. Although it is better armour than clothes, but I'm not planning on letting any zombies touch me, so at the moment the armour status, I can't think of the word, of my clothing is not particularly important to me. I would love to find a wrench. Some more coffee beans. Those little things, those sounds you hear are these are noise makers. You touch them, it alerts zombies to your presence. Try and avoid those. I clear them up around wherever I'm staying as well, because yeah, they're the real pain. See what I mean about the dark when I put the torch away? You just have to rely on the sound of my voice to find your way here. I'm over here. There we go. I don't know why people seem to stash all their guns in toilets, but it really is an excellent place to look for them in this game. Don't ask why. I'm not going to ask either. I'm quite happy when I find them. Okay, into darkness. And now that needs repaired. It's like an absolute constant early on in the game. Endless weapon breaks. Always check every little corner, because there can sometimes be bags and things with the goodies in them. Now, there's either going to be a bookshelf or possibly a gun safe in here, which we could break into, but it would be really, really boring, and it would take me forever with this axe, or rather, about 5 of them. Probably take about 5 of them to get through that. Right, we have a bookshelf. I'm really hoping for something. Everything seems to be empty. So this place is also a dud. I did get a pair of shorts out of the deal, so is that the hunger kicking in again? See, it's kind of relentless at the start. Oh, not so sure about them, not with those legs. But hey, we'll go with it anyway. We'll give them these goggles as well, because they do give you a little bit of protection. So now he looks uber suave. I'm impressed. We might as well put this football helmet on too. I don't know if I can put this on with the glasses. Yes, I can. That'll keep his head safe somewhat. So now I'm just going to scrap these. Just getting in the way. Okay. So, house number 2. Again, just put a little marker on there. I mean, I'll probably remember these anyway, I don't necessarily need them. But, it's kind of part of the immersion for me too, because you would be doing this kind of thing. If you were exploring, I suppose. I would. I'd be making sure that I made notations on my maps and stuff. We do have quite a few houses here. Well, the fronts of ones at the moment. Let's see if we can. There we go. Pop up is crazy. So here we go, house number 2. Now, it's usually better if you have the opportunity. These ones have iron in front of them, so it's no good. But it is better if there's just an open window to just go through that instead of smashing your way through several layers of barricades and what have you. So if you can find a window to get through, that's usually better, but wooden doors don't take too long, even with this axe. There we go, a duster. And a flashlight. Excellent. Now I believe that I can use that flashlight and tape it to the miner's helmet, the football helmet. So that would be excellent if I can do that. So we'll be trying that when we get back. If we don't have duct tape, which I think we will need, it'll be the trader. I'm sure he should have some. I think. See, there we have the turds. We'll not linger on those, but I'm not carrying 3 poops about for half the day. Listen to the sound they make. See, the sounds can be quite mad in this game. They, you can hear zombies that sound like they're just a foot away from you or right behind you, and they're nowhere near you. Let's take out Nurse Ratchet here. See if she has anything medicine-y for me. And no, not getting much off these zombies either. Although that was a pretty good haul, we're still not finished with that house because there's still stuff in there. But for the time being, we can drop all of this off and quickly head back for more. Now I'm going to see if I have any duct tape. I don't believe I do. No, not yet. All our light worries will be over once I get that. Now I really should drink and eat while I'm here. Top ourselves up. I like to keep my water. I keep oscillating between water and water. I don't know. That's a Scottish thing. Or the Scottish thing. I'm just trying to make my thick accent legible, because I do tend to talk quite fast, as a lot of Scots people do, and I know we can be quite difficult to understand at times, so hopefully that's not too much of an issue. There we go, we are now fed. The storage chest is filling up pretty fast. Offload all of this. I'll keep these feathers and things on me in case I need to craft anything. But everything else, we can wear that. I'm going to put that on. And these cowboy boots. This is all better than the gear that we have. Put that in there for now. Those might be better boots, but I can check all that at night. That's the kind of thing you do at night, is you sort your inventory, you harvest a few resources. You gather yourself, you sort out all this inventory space, you recycle what you can, you cook, you do a bit of foraging, all of that lovely stuff, which a lot of people do find quite boring, because you can't really go out and explore too much at night unless that's the kind of gamer you are where you just want hot zombie action all day long. But yeah, I like to have phases to my day. Gathering, exploration, trader, home, do some building and planting and things. Right, so we were going to finish off this home. I believe I left my door open after my little lecture. There we go, you're not going to get me on that one. My door is locked. Well, closed. Now I did forget to check this mailbox too. I know it seems petty, but check everything. These are the good source of paper. Which, when you have a shotgun, if you've got tons of paper, it's relatively cheap to make tons of shotgun shells. I thought that was a dog, I just about died. Well, we've gathered a fine wardrobe so far. Oh, here we go. Come on, toilet gun. No toilet gun. No toilet gun. Nice jumper for those frosty nights. Right. So we have an upstairs there, I believe, up to the attic. We'll leave that for last. There might be a gun safe up there. See what's in here. Check this trash as well. I mean, sometimes your best things are found in the trash, to be honest. You never know. It is always worth taking a look. 99 times out of 100, I was going to say 9 out of 10, but it's not even that. 99 times out of 100, there's nothing in the trash of much value, but that one time, more eggs and feathers, all good. Now, what is it that's in here? It's books. Which right now is probably preferable to a gun safe, they take forever to get into. And schematics to learn some tools or weapons or whatever would be much more valuable. Now we have an overabundance of flashlights, So I don't know why it doesn't just let me use them, like equip it and use it, because we have a book there. I believe that's a scrap armoured book, which is great, or cloth armour perhaps. Scrap, so we'll be able to make some decent armour already once we have the scrap metal we need. So this house was a pretty decent haul actually. We've ended up with a fair wee bit out here. Now hold the phone. I can see a shotgun messiah. We have a weapon shop, people. There's got to be some goodies in there. So that'll be our next port of call. This place is pretty good, isn't it? I think. Right, so I'll mark that off on the map as scoured. And we're making good progress here. That's already, it's only 9 in the morning. And we've cleared out 2 buildings. Now there are roof accesses. I will go up and investigate those roofs at some point. I am finding an awful lot of wildlife on this map, which is great. But I'm trying to stay focused on the tasks at hand. But it can never hurt to have a pop at some food. Now I did chase one last night off camera, but it never seems to die. Like, I clearly hit that one there, and I hit the one last night as well. And I chased it for quite a bit and then had to leave because I was getting so far from home. But it wouldn't die, so I don't know if the stone arrows don't injure them enough for them to, for the wounds to be great enough for them to actually die from it. He says as we watch it collapse. That's hilarious. Okay, well that's fantastic. Now I have a knife as well, so we'll get a lot more out of this. I can hear the zombie going crazy in the background, smashing things. And take this as well. Oh, not finished. Brilliant. So how much meat was that? There's that zombie there, and it's going to be coming. Now we got 4 of that. We actually got 5 of though. That was a pig though. I thought we'd get more meat than that. Maybe I need the hunting knife to make that more. What is she desperate to get in? That is a Shamway food, so we also have a food place. I don't know why she's so desperate to get in there as opposed to coming after me, who has all the smelly stuff in his bag, but I'll take every distraction I can get. So yeah, there's a lot here. This is a really good place to have started. There's a lot here. So let's offload these goodies. Put all this away. I shall put the meat in the cooler. I'll just keep my food separate. Okay. Now this book, we're going to read this so we can learn scrap armour. Oh, the guy is going to look so magnificent. Now we keep all of this, whether I need it or not, because that's how I roll. Ah yeah, we've got 18 eggs. We have meat. So we're looking good. We are looking good. Now I really, really want to check out this gun shop. Ah ha ha ha. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I can't believe I keep doing that. Everything I'm saying, I'm contradicting myself. I say that deer don't die from my arrows anymore, then the thing dies. We will go on other little adventures as well. We'll not spend the entire week just here, but yeah, get used to this place. I'm not going too far from here. as you can see, I tend to use only the left stick when it comes to aiming, because the aiming is so incredibly twitchy in this game that you have to kind of learn different techniques for success in combat with the bow anyway. And to be honest, I'm actually doing a lot better than usual. Usually I'd be showing myself up a lot more than this, missing a lot more hits, but so far I'm not doing so bad with this bow. But I wonder if that's a thing that just happened. I've never experienced that before. That's the second or third time that a headshot has coincided with a level up. A head fountain. Triumphant. Oh, see? That's more like my usual aim. 5 of these before I hit anything. Okay, that's... compose ourselves. Alright. That's a 1. That's it. Bullets. There's so much going on here. There's a pig there, which I don't really want to have to take care of. We just got the deer, so... Normally I'd be shooting at all of those because they're quite hard to find, but... It's like a wildlife sanctuary, this place, so far. I'm sure there'll come a time I'll regret not having taken all of that. Sometimes you don't see an animal for days and days. I'm making this look like a forest of abundance. Now we do have something trying to smash its way out of here. So I'll take care of this crawler. I don't want anything sneaking up on me. I like to get rid of as many of these as I can, so I don't get distracted. You can't ignore them, but when I'm about to search the place, I don't want anything sneaking up on me when I'm lost in a cupboard. There we go, we now have the duct tape. Hopefully, we might need a workbench, I hope not. We probably do, for light. But miner's helmets usually come relatively quickly. You know, only a day or two that I have to wander about the dark like this. So I really hope I get lucky. That was a good find. These are good, these are like military emergency rations or whatever. 20 fullness is quite a lot. I think I'll have a tin of this tuna, because he's a little bit hungry. And I'm going to help this zombie get out of there. Because you can, for whatever reason, if you can still hear me over that racket, that is a hell of a racket. Might need to turn it down. For whatever reason, even though there's a gaping hole there, you can't just shoot them through the hole. You have to get rid of the whole door, or you're still technically just shooting the door. Oh, I stood up on a brick and lost my... gained too much elevation. Okay, now we're into the shotgun messiah. I will check this car first. There's a lot of good buildings around here for horde nights. Really not bad. Not that one. I'm overheating. It's getting warm out here. In we go. Another book. Is that the same book? I believe that is the same book. That's 2 copies of that now already. Now we could use it again. It will give us a +1 to our armor smithing, or we could sell it. I think I'll hang on to it for the moment, and I'll decide what to do with that later on. Now these are what we're looking for. We want to find these crates. We have to break into them first. But this is where all the good stuff is. Or should be. Half the time they're empty. Yeah, that's the good stuff right there. Ah, some Mega Crush. Don't find that very often. We are overheating. What have I got on? Have I overclothed? Oh yeah, I put that duster on. That's no good. It's 100 degrees out there, and I'm wearing a giant leather trench coat. Smart move. There we go. Cool down, old man. Right. Let's plunge ourselves into darkness. The other parts. We also have a sniper rifle. I cannot believe I just found a sniper rifle on day 2. That is wild. Okay, storage is limited just now, so we're going to make another run back to the house. I have a sniper rifle. I've only got 2 bullets, but man. Yeah, that's a victory for me. Can't believe this is getting full already. We'll need to start sorting some of this out. I'll need to figure out this duct tape helmet situation. I'm starting to think I need a workbench for it though, which is another thing I'm no chance of finding right now, unless I'm lucky enough to find one in one of these shops. Sometimes there might be one in the back of that gun shop or one of the other shops, but right, let me try this. Let me see. I don't think I can make anything here with this. No, we can make the scrap, but we need to gather some iron and then we'll have some scrap armor very early. It does take our leather and duct tape though. I kinda need that. So yeah, that is very interesting. I will change these into leather, because the minute I've got 20 leather, we're on our way when it comes to having iron. So back to the gun shop we go. Ha ha ha, I'm going to keep doing this, aren't I? I am going to keep doing this. I've left my torch. I need to get my head on straight. It's a zombie apocalypse, man. So, there's only a little bit left to check in this gun shop, but it's a gun shop. It already netted me a sniper rifle. What I really would like is a pistol, or a hunting rifle. I do favour the crossbow, because it's quiet, and it's quite simple to use. It's very good for hunting, and taking out zombies before anything notices you're there. So it definitely has its uses, but any gun will do. Now this is a vending machine. We can spend coins on that, so it's handy to have that local if we're really desperate. There are things in there we can buy, food and water and things. So that's something at least. Right, let's hack open this crate. And of course it does. Of course it needs repaired. This is why we need this iron so badly. More gun parts. This is all good money. So most of that will be sold to the trader. Now this is a tricky door. It's going to take a few seconds, I think. We have several layers to get through. You think that's just about done, but no, that's just the first layer of armour on this door. But we will get there. You can get hypnotised with that sound though. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 4 crates, a safe, the filing cabinet. We got with gold shades. Of course, those are essential in the apocalypse. You need to look sharp when you're killing zombies. Okay, now this is getting interesting. Now we have a sawn-off shotgun, some shells. Now we've got weapons. This is absolutely crazy. This is one of the best early hauls, early starts to one of these playthroughs I have ever had. In terms of that kind of thing. And it's only midday. So we'll definitely be making a little trip to the trader after this. And now we have a pistol as well. I can't believe this. Is that a pistol? I think that was a pistol. Yeah. No, it's an AK-47 receiver. Now the problem with finding things like a pistol or wrenches and all the other lovely stuff is if they're relatively low level or badly damaged, you can use them, but you can't repair them. And once they're broken, that's that until you can have a forge. So the forge is extremely important for many reasons. And it makes leather my utmost priority. So that's now what we're going to start doing. Leather should be pretty easy to get. We need 11 more. And furniture. There's plenty of houses about here. We can even go back to the ones we've already searched, because we know they're clear. They're zombie free. I can't believe it. Is that a pig in here? That is a pig in here. Oh pig. How foolish. What is happening here? Why is there a pig? Right, see now I can't see. This is wild. Oh piggy. Now my problem is I'm not going to be able to see this damn thing with this torch. Can I put it on there? I can. Alright little pig. I can't believe you just wandered into the gun store and that I missed you. Is it just you're just going to stand there and let me club you to death? You really are, aren't you? Well, that was a pig with a death wish, that one. That was the easiest meal. That was easier than going to the supermarket. Not that I would do this in real life, I couldn't do that. If I had to survive, I guess I would have no choice, but no, I couldn't stand there and club a pig to death. That's the beauty of gaming. Oh yeah, I was wondering where my torch was. Well, that was even an absolute bonus. We're bringing home some bacon with our guns. Really did a good... I can't believe I should have checked that. See, that's why you check everything. Doors unlocked. Glue. We could start a coffee plantation now. We've got plenty of coffee. Medicine cabinet. So we've got 2 medkits now. That's also very good. Check these medicine cabinets. So really the only thing we need to find at the moment that's not a must-have, but we could really do with would be a wrench. Well, apparently I've done alright for everything else. So yeah, I think it's time to head back home and take stock of exactly what I've found here. This is kind of amazing, folks. So I'm going to go back and start getting this inventory sorted out. Okay guys, so I've went back to the house, I have cleaned up the inventory somewhat, I have a bunch of stuff here, gun parts and things, which you would think I might want to hold on to, but without the manuals, without the schematics for them, I can't actually assemble any of these and build them, and right now we really need the money, so there's a couple of those flashlights, we still have one. I'm going to sell that book because I've already read the other one. Magnum frame, we can't sell the tyres because we already sold some of them and he won't want any more. I'm also, while I'm here, I'm going to scrap this leather duster, even though they're quite handy, because it gives me leather, as it says, and we have, let me just find it, we have 14 leather. We only need that should give us 2 or 3, which will mean we're only going to need about 3 or 4, 5 leathers, and we can get a bellows, get a forge, and get rid of this ridiculous stone age apparel we've got. That gave me 13. I didn't know dusters gave me that much. That's brilliant. So that means we've actually got enough. Now I think we need clay for it, but that's great. We can get that very easy. But I'll do that while I remember. We have a clay bed right here. These brown patches, those are clay. Now when it comes to the mining and doing all that kind of stuff, there are different resources and different ways to spot where they are, but clay is very visible on the map. That's it there. These black ones are stones. This is sand. All kinds of things. But yeah, we have a clay bed there, so I'm actually going to put a little marker on that, just so I remind myself when I come home to do a little digging there. So I will also, I'm going to make a stone shovel because I will use that when I get home as well. There we go. Put these bullets away, I didn't notice they were still in there. So we'll put that there. We'll put this in here. I should really get rid of this club, but it's come in handy for those pigs so far. Now this bow is nearly done, so I think I'm just going to scrap this and move on. I do that all the time. There's a button you can click, R3, to move a thing. But if you move it from your inventory where you're in the storage chest, you move it to the storage chest, whereas I want it to go ping and put it in my hotbar. So there we go. I have eaten a couple of tins. I didn't want to take the time cooking meat. I have eggs, so I'm going to make lots of bacon and eggs tonight. These are the kind of things I do during those long dark hours, so I'll be doing that tonight. But for now, it's off to the traders and see what we can buy for all this. There's a few hundred dukes, as the coinage in this game is known, in there. I think I also have some dukes still in here, so yeah, we've got 312 here, so we better take them as well. And it's off to market. We go. And it's still only 2 o'clock. Now, I always do this. I don't believe it permanently marks the trader on your map. You have to mark him yourself. Oh, he's right over there. He's just across the water, but let's give him a permanent marker, so I never have to look. That's trader icon. There we go. Now we have a trader. Okay, good man. I want to sell you lots of goodies here. The hoarder in me does not want to be selling rocket launcher parts and shotgun receivers, but they are literally useless for the time being. There, so that's netted us almost 2,000 coins. So we're going to have to take a little look now at what we can buy. Nothing in there. I guess it's the same stuff as the last time, but my needs are slightly different now. I might have something that's a bit more interesting. He did have that machete, which is still way off. We'll not be buying that. I really want you to have a crossbow. You're not going to have a crossbow. He does have iron arrows, however, but we're going to be making our own. Iron pickaxe. That's expensive. This one thing you'll notice with this guy is you sell him something for 100, he'll sell you it back for 2,000. They're all, as we say in Scotland, fleecers. The markup on these things is astronomical. If he wasn't the only trader in the world during this apocalypse, I would never sell things to this guy. Not at those prices. 10,000 for that shotgun. Dear me. See, the problem is with this shotgun, like I say, I have no way of repairing this because I don't have the schematics or the skills, and it's only a level 26. Now, go down slightly. It'll take a longer time than the bow or the axe, but that thing will still be broken in no time if I start using it, and I won't have it at all. So it's for the strictest of emergencies only. Particularly, it's certainly not going to get broken now because I never brought any shotgun shells anyway, apparently. But that's probably a good thing. Now, that's really it for here. We made some money. We didn't get anything of any value, but we cleared out our inventory a bit, and we gathered a few things now. That beaker, again, these are things you find quite commonly, but we need that for the fire. We also need a griddle, but we'll be making that with our forge. So I think that's what we need to do now. Always a pleasure, Joel. I'm out of here. I think now we will head back. I'll dig up some clay, and I will try and get a forge up and running before the end of this day. That seems to be a good plan. Come on, doors. Okay, so I will see you guys back at the house. So not quite back at the house yet, peeps, but look, again, swinging around my house, I found another pig. So there's going to be no vegetarians in this apocalypse, that's for sure. So I don't know if there was a pig farm in the area or something, but this is crazy. I'm not too far from home. I'm just up ahead. But I can't believe how many pigs there are in this place. This is a great starting place. It really is. I mean, there you are. I was literally here. I was almost back home. So now we have a well-stocked larder of meat. I think part of the evening cycle tonight will be, I'll plant some of that coffee. I might in the morning, that could be a plan for the morning, go into the desert and just because it's just over there, pick a few ears of corn and get that growing. We could have this farm up and running and pretty healthy in a day or two. It only takes a couple of days where you're in the area for crops to grow, so we could have a plentiful supply in a relatively short time. I'd have to double up. For each one you plant, if you plant it in tilled soil, you will get 2 back. So if I find even 1, I plant that, 2 days later I've got 2, 2 days later I've got 4, you know the drill. And it doesn't really take that long, so if we can come home with a dozen, half a dozen to a dozen ears of corn, we could have a whole cornfield in before Horde Night, really, or for just after Horde Night. So definitely that's getting planted up very soon. Let's drop off this pig. So we're now up to 16 meat, and we have 18 eggs. Now we have an abundance of leather from scrapping all these animal hides. This fat we will turn into tallow so we can have a few candles around the house instead of me having to take the torch everywhere. That would be nice. So I'll do that later on as well. Right, let's take a little stock here of what's happening. Do you know what? I actually did say I came back to do something in particular, and I have no idea when I left the traders what it was I had planned at all. Not at all. We still have plenty we can do, but I'm sure I said I had something I was going to do, and now I have no idea. Clay. My forge, how could I possibly forget about that? So we're going to go to that clay. I told you I should have put that marker there for the reason. That's what reminded me. I saw that there when I spun round. Not that I really need the marker, that's literally just here, this clay. I think it's right in front of me. Yep, this is clay. This is clay right here. So we're going to dig up enough of that to get this forge going. I will just quickly check how much I need. I think it's 50. Hungry again. It really is relentless at the start, the hunger. So 50 small stone, 50 clay. I have pipes. Yep, we're good. I think I need to gather a few more stones, but that is definitely not a problem. So let's get this clay dug out. 239, that's perfect. Now we just need a little bit of stone. So that's me done. We'll have our resources, we have clay, and as you will notice from those rocks, like I said, we got small stone, 67 raw iron, 43 coal, 42 lead, and 18 nitrate. All of that came out of those rocks rather than the big ones, so never hit the big ones unless you're really, really desperate for some stone, and there are none of those around, although they're everywhere, so that should never be an issue. So the raw iron will be going, and the lead will be going in the forge once it's built, and I believe we have the materials now. So let me just check the forge requirements. Well, check the bellows first. This is under, honestly I can never remember, resources, bellows. Now you could have just kept the animal hides and done it, but I had leather as well, and so it was easier just to craft it all into leather. So 8 wood, 20 leather, 1 iron pipe. I have all of those. I'm going to take all the pipes because I think I need them for the forge as well. So small stone. You know what? I actually just I forgot the leather. Leather. The one thing I've been talking about endlessly, and I forgot I needed it. So let's craft these bellows. 40 seconds on those. Now just tidy up the garden. Yeah, that's nicer. I'm going to do all of this because I like it. I like cleaning up in these games. I like taking something that's a mess and making it look nice. And I think that's starting to look alright. It's not bad, still got some work to do here, but let's say this isn't exactly a permanent house. It'll probably end up as just a little farmstead that we can nip back to from time to time to gather up some corn, or if we're struggling, I'll leave food and water and things like that here, you know. Right, so now let's take a look at the forge. And we have everything we need for that. Now that's going to take a little too. Now, here's the problem with this. Again, because this is only a temporary place, and we really don't need tons of materials at the moment. Normally you would never build a forge in anywhere like this because it generates so much heat, the noise, all of that, attracts zombies. You can't run it for very long and they'll tear this place apart. Fortunately for us though, we really don't need tons and tons of materials from this forge, so we can run it for relatively short periods of time, crafting the steel arrows we need, just crafting the tools and some forged iron to repair those tools, and that's really all we're going to need it for, so it should be fine. We can always build more forges. As you can see, it's day 2. Forges are easy enough to build, and yeah, so I think I'm just going to place this here. Let's put it in the hotbar. Let's remove that shotgun for the moment. Let's put it in there. Now I actually will put it here next to the materials. That way we can just do that and that when we need to. It's going to get hot there. That doesn't matter. See, I'm a bit funny about that. I'm going to move that. I don't know why I'm like that in these. I suppose a lot of people are. That's the fun. I like to... Basically, if I had to live here, I wouldn't want my sleeping bag right next to this forge. I wouldn't want it in the same building, but beggars can't be choosers in the post-epoch. So now we'll put these resources into it. We need to put some wood in for the furnace, so we'll use the rest of our wood. We can go and chop some more in a second. And we will start with the raw iron is what we need to put in, because it's iron we need at the minute, but we might as well stick the rock into it. We can do both of them at the same time. So let's turn that on and get smelting, and we are off to the races. That is great. I think I've got some iron as well, so we can put that in. So once there's enough of that, we're going to leave that for a few minutes, let it start taking some of this down, which will take a while. I'll put the rest of this away, and then maybe we'll search out another one of those houses. We also need an anvil, but that is now something we can craft here, just as soon as we have enough iron. So that also iron and clay. We're almost there for that. Once we've got that, we're good to go. But as you can see, we can now make our own cooking pots. We can make a cooking grill, so we're going to get on that. Clay blocks. All sorts of lovely things. So now we're going to make some delicious bacon and eggs. We still have 7 meat. Once we've got a grill, we'll grill the rest of that because we are out of eggs. And we're good for most of the week. Judging by how many animals are around here, I don't think food's going to be a problem. But you never know, so we'll be killing them piggies wherever we find them. So the iron's going up nicely. Clay is in there. How much do we need for the iron arrowheads? Let's put that anvil in. I forgot to put the anvil in. It was made, I believe. There it is. Wonderful. Now we have our anvil in. We can make these. In the meantime, I'm going to do the boring busy work and harvest some more stone and iron. So again, I will see you guys in a few minutes. And I'm back, and we have a whole bunch of iron to put in the smelter. So it'll just be a matter of, oh, I also found an egg or two while I was out there, so yeah, it'll just be a matter of waiting now for all of that to smelt down. Each one of these gives you 5, so 65 should be enough to give me enough of this forged iron to make some iron tools. So that's the goal, is to make the iron tools. It is actually starting to get quite dark now. It will soon be night time, and again we won't be able to see very much, and I'm not going to be doing a whole lot. I'm just going to be gathering up, chopping down a few more of these trees that are around, gather up a couple more rocks, smelt it for another couple of hours on and off, because I, like I say, don't want to attract any zombies. So again, I think that is the end of day 2, barring anything exciting happening, which let's hope it does or doesn't. I'm not sure which I actually want. So I would like to thank you for having the patience to spend another hour or so with me as we have a look at that lovely setting sun. And I again would love to hear any comments, any ideas, suggestions, whatever you want to talk about. I'd love to know if there's anybody actually watching these. It's only the second one, and I've got a long way to go, so hopefully someone will enjoy this journey with me. And that's about it for today. So thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow for day 3.